We're going to now understand the process of transcription. Now, what is transcription? Transcription is the process in which DNA makes RNA. But you can see that DNA does not directly make the RNA, but it first makes a raw copy of the RNA called as hnRNA, which stands for heterogeneous nuclear RNA. So DNA first makes heterogeneous nuclear RNA and then it undergoes processing to make the mRNA. You can understand this process. Now, in transcription, DNA is going to make RNA. Now, when DNA makes DNA, the base pairing is specific. A pairs with T, C pairs with G. Lekin during transcription, DNA is going to make RNA. So the same base pairing is also going to be specific, but during this process, if the DNA has got adenine to it, it is going to pair with uracil, because in RNA, thymine is replaced by uracil. Cytosine is going to pair with guanine. So have a look as an example that how this DNA is going to make complementary strands of RNA. So T pairs with A, G pairs with C in RNA, A के सामने U, again G, C, A. So this is DNA making RNA. So this strand is going to be the RNA. Let's understand this process in much detail. Now in one nucleus, the entire DNA does not perform all the functions. All the genes do not perform transcription in every nucleus. There are specific genes in every nucleus which are supposed to start transcription. Now specific genes, matlab specific regions of the DNA, and those specific regions of the DNA, which we call them as genes, the cistrons, which are responsible for a particular function. So as highlighted here, the red portion is the cistron, imagine that. Now this segment, when it's going to do transcription. Now transcription is going to involve some steps. It mainly consists of 3 steps: initiation, elongation, and termination. Let's understand the initiation. But before that, the DNA, when it's going to make RNA, which enzyme should be responsible? Remember, DNA making DNA enzyme was called as DNA polymerase. And what is DNA making RNA enzyme will be called as RNA polymerase. So the most important enzyme, the one who makes DNA to RNA, is named as RNA polymerase. Now this is the gene, this is the cistron part which is present here on the screen. Now the cistron always has a start signal, which is the specific sequence, we call it as promoter. The cistron, the gene, also has a terminator sequence where it stops the transcription. The sequence is called as terminator. RNA polymerase is supposed to start transcription only between these two regions. So between promoter and terminator, the DNA sequence has to be transcribed. So it recognizes the specific promoter, and once it recognizes, it is going to start the transcription. So promoter is necessary to start the transcription. Now once the transcription is going to start and once the helix is open, the RNA polymerase, as you know, is going to initiate the process. But before we start, also need to understand, when DNA makes DNA, both the strands replicate. It's not one, but both the strands replicate. But when DNA makes RNA, because RNA is single stranded, both the strands of DNA do not need to transcribe. Only one strand needs to transcribe. Now question is, which strand will do transcription? Now there are 2 strands on the DNA here. One is 5'O3', the other one is 3'5'. Now the 5'O3' strand is called as a non-template strand, also called as the sense strand. Now it is called as non-template, that means it is not going to do transcription. And the strand opposite to that, the one which is moving in 3'5', is called as the template strand, also called as the anti-sense strand. Now आप सोचोगे कि why, how they decided that this is the template, this is a non-template. Now remember, RNA always makes or is formed from 5' to 3' end. So the DNA strand on which this 5' to 3' should be made, the DNA should be 3' to 5', and then it can make the RNA in anti-parallel direction. Hence, the one which is from 3' to 5' is the template. And promoter also is active in the template strand. Now, if I ask what is the location of the promoter? Now, promoter is always located on the 5' end of sense strand, or we can say 3' end of the template strand. So the direction or the position of promoter should be always near the 3' end of the template strand or near the 5' end of the sense strand. And terminator location will be opposite to that. Terminator will be located towards the 3' end of the sense strand and 5' end of the template strand. And RNA polymerase will definitely initiate the process after promoter, right? So first step, initiation is going to start. Remember, RNA is built always from 5' to 3'. So here starts the promotion. So once promoter is being noticed by RNA polymerase, there is one sigma cofactor which is going to activate the polymerase to start synthesizing the RNA strand with the template strand. And you notice that once the transcription is over, the sigma factor got released and a new factor, rho factor, got attached to the DNA RNA polymerase to terminate the process. So process termination is done with the help of rho factor. I will show you once again the process from activation to deactivation. So activation by sigma factor and deactivation by rho factor. So see, there is a sigma factor which is made this RNA and rho factor has stopped it. So specific regions get transcribed. So this was initiation, elongation and termination of the transcription. So once again I repeat, the elongation starts after promoter with the help of sigma factor, wherein it continues adding the RNA nucleotides specifically paired to the template strand, and it terminates at the terminator sequence activated by the rho factor. So rho factor activates the termination process by deactivating the RNA polymerase enzyme. Now what? Now the RNA which is formed is not the final RNA. The RNA which is formed here is the raw RNA, and we call it as heterogeneous nuclear RNA. The transcription is not yet complete. The hnRNA is supposed to undergo RNA processing to make it into this final mRNA. So the mRNA comes out of this loop, the bubble what you see here, and goes for the processing once the helix closes. So it moves for RNA processing. Let's understand the RNA processing of this heterogeneous nuclear RNA. The processing is going to involve 3 steps. The first step is called as splicing. Splicing means removal of the junk regions and joining the functional areas. Now remember, the hnRNA consists of some functional regions and some non-functional regions. The functional regions which have got transcribed from the DNA are called as exons, and the non-functional regions which are transcribed from the DNA are called as introns. The second step after splicing, that is removal of introns and joining of exons, the second step is going to be capping. I'll discuss what is capping, and the last step is going to be tailing. So there are 3 steps: splicing, capping and tailing involved in the RNA processing. Let's understand splicing. Splicing means removal of introns and joining of exons. So the regions on these hnRNA in green are the functional regions called as exons, and the red regions in the RNA, what you see, are the introns. And splicing means joining them. Now there is a body formed called as spliceosome, which involves some very important enzymes, and some small nuclear RNAs also are involved to remove these introns and join the exons. So splicing means joining these exons. Now these exons join, and compared to hnRNA, a small RNA is formed. This is called as splicing. Capping is done with the help of a modified guanosine nucleotide called as methylated guanosine triphosphate. It is called as the cap of the mRNA. It is always located on the 5' end. The 3' end is attached with a chain, a tail of adenylate residues on the 3' end, which is actually called as a trailer having no specific functions. So this is the final mRNA, messenger RNA, consisting of the message transcribed from the DNA. Now, these polymerases, all of them don't make the same RNA. Now, these polymerases also have types. RNA polymerases, there are three types: type 1, type 2, and type 3. RNA polymerase 1 always transcribes all rRNA genes. RNA polymerase 2 transcribes all mRNAs, and RNA polymerase 3 are for